We'll see if it sends out any notifications. I don't know. If it sends out notifications, you'll find it.
I thought I had it in here. Did I
What
not?
did you do with your phone? With your phone? Yes, you did. Nope.
Hold on. I think my phone is in the bedroom.
It's in the bedroom?
I think so.
I can call it.
Or not.
So we're going to call it.
Oh, I might know where it is. Hello? Oh, they hung up. Hello? Oh, they hung up again. Man, nobody ever calls me. Don't be Brett.
Why am I being a brat?
My phone's
I helped you find your phone.
calls. It was right where
I'm
I
your
thought
hero.
it was.
Hi, everybody.
Just a moment ago, I had said, "Oh, I think I know where it is." I wanted purple and green for
yet?
Seattle. Agreed.
Yeah, they missed out.
Right?
They didn't do purple.
But at least it is a different color. Like their colors aren't colors that any team has.
Right.
None of them. The navy blue or the, I don't know, whatever. What do you call that?
Shadow blue.
It's not shadow blue.
They basically in their release they said it's called powder blue by others, but we're calling it shadow blue.
I would call it like
it's very similar to the old movie. Darker blue of it. Darker blue.
No, it's closer to like this duck's bluey green, but light colored. Love Seattle team name. Yes, I am super excited. That is Kraken. It's like a wine. Yay!
Yeah, she got what she wanted, so
that's what matters.
That's important.
I might have messaged
happy
my
wife,
mom
happy life.
And I told her I called it like a year ago. Yay! What do I win? Shannon says I win him.
Yeah, which is
Fair
a jip.
Enough.
That's a jip. It's a booby prize if I've ever heard of one.
Booby prize.
That's right.
You mad
booby. Whoa, I'm racing.
Shadow now has a color named after him. The game volume's loud.
There is no volume right now.
Come on, people.
There's no music. There's no race car driving noises. Nothing. I turned everything off. Crap. Oh, that's gonna kill it.
People. Did you see Fauci's first pitch?
No.
That would include watching baseball.
I had planned to watch it, but
what's Kraken?
Let's
get Kraken. Can you get a refund on that prize?
She's been asking that since the wedding.
My booby prize. He's cute at least, so.
That's up for debate.
Congrats on the 147K.
148 today. Past 148 this afternoon.
It was really bad. If I had to throw a first pitch, there's no way I'd make it to the catcher. So.
Well, he probably just throws like an infectious disease expert. They're not known as great pitchers.
Thank you for 2 live streams.
No problem.
Menu music was loud. Can't really control that.
Yeah, it's just that's the default for the game. I don't have control over that. What music?
Do you have high expectations for the new James Bond movie? There's another one?
Of course there is. There always is. They're supposed to be bringing in a new Bond to replace Daniel Craig. So there's always going to be a new James Bond movie. hate this corner. You can't see.
Keep having to monitor the comments on the Facebook post because people think they're funny.
Yeah.
They're not.
Because they're making like the same
Bunch of
comment that
crack
people have been
jokes.
making about Seattle for the last, I don't know, year and a half.
Yes.
It's the exact same jokes over and over again. It's not, it's not funny when Seinfeld does it. It's not funny when regular people do it either. Okay, it's the same joke. Got it. Okay. Yeah, they got
What
it.
shirt are you wearing?
Billie
Eilish.
Billie Eilish. My favorite female vocalist at the moment.
I think
At
the
least of the
logo was
current
fine.
ones.
Could have been better. I think it looks like a secondary logo. But I mean, look at when
It's
Vegas
homage.
came out.
It's an homage to
the opinion of the Vegas logo.
Oh,
and
the
now
Vegas
we're just
logo
like, yeah.
didn't. The Vegas logo was panned widely. Their team name, their announcement, the way they buggered up the announcement, everything was just pointing towards a disaster, and then turned out pretty well for them. So,
right. And
I think Seattle did quite well.
I think with Kraken, they have a lot of room to do a lot of really fun things. And like I was telling Shannon earlier, I don't know about other teams, not Vegas, but at Canucks games, how they do the really fun lights on the ice. They could do something really fun with Kraken.
Yes,
they can make that fun. I don't know how much other teams do the playing with lights on the ice though, because that's something you don't generally see on TV.
well, that's all the pregame stuff.
Shannon turned off all the sounds because people are whiners.
Yeah, yeah. So I just
so you can't hear it. There's no sounds.
Yeah. So there's just nothing because people just complain. It doesn't matter how low the sound is. It's volume's too loud in the game. Okay, it's gone now. Next up, it'll be the game's too bright. Can you turn down your brightness on the game?
Did you see Hamilton? I liked it, but I felt it dragged up points. But
Isn't
King
it 7
George
hours?
was my favorite part.
It's like what, 7 hours long?
No, I think it's like 3 hours.
It takes forever.
The kids and I watched it.
Nobody has 3 hours.
I liked it. Even the boys liked it. The 15-year-old especially liked it.
It's the murdering, isn't it?
So
that's what they liked about it.
My kids don't know a ton of American history, and it made me realize that I've kind of slacked on American history.
I could teach them American history.
So we might have started learning about American history, but it's kind of irritating. It's hard to find curriculum about American history that's not American.
It wasn't when I was in school. I remember when I was in school, we learned American history, and I remember thinking when I was a kid, why does the Middle East hate the States so much? And then I learned my American history, and I went, okay, that makes, all right, yeah.
Yeah, but it's
because I'd be asking questions, I'd be like, okay, so they have a base over there, but they don't get along with the government over there, so they have a military presence for okay, I could see how people would resent that. That makes total sense. Oh, I get that. Yeah, I get that too. So, yeah, history is really really interesting when you get into it.
Yeah. So, American history is very different, and
I don't remember learning a lot about the Civil War.
And we were reading from a book.
Civil War, I think I got like a tertiary view of when I was doing.
And even the boys were going, what? Because it was an American history book. And the way they put so much opinion in it. Yeah, the boys, wait. What? Mom, this is an American book, isn't it? Yeah, it is.
The proper answer to everything is they hate freedom. I don't think that's not how that works. What caused polio? Hatred of freedom? That is correct.
Yeah, okay.
I used to have that argument with people too. But anyways, they hate us because they hate freedom. No, that's not that's not at all. No. You're just defending it. No, I'm not defending it. I'm trying to explain it.
Have you played sports mode yet? Sport mode? What's sport mode?
I don't know. I'm doing the campaign. Sport mode's probably something else I haven't unlocked yet.
In our school in Nova Scotia, we barely learned about American history. It's because they're trying to do the opposite. When we were younger, you barely learned Canadian history.
I had to learn all 50 states,
and
I had to learn state capitals.
And now
we had to learn all that.
There's a lot of Canadian history. They're trying to make up for.
Well, we had our Canadian history, but that was earlier. So you'd get all your Canadian history up until grade 9, and then starting in grade 9, we'd get our American history, and which was leading into the world history in World War II, which was grade 10 and 11. A lot of World War I and World War II stuff.
Oh, see, and now that's earlier grades. Well, and then they redo it.
Where I'd watched a bunch of war movies that basically made it look like the Americans won the whole thing, and then I found out, oh, we were at war before they showed up. Well, that's nice. It's good that we had this war going for a while before they jumped in to help us.
History classes are optional? What?
When I was in school, you had to have grade 11 history. You had to have grade 11 history. That was. I'm trying to remember if I had to do grade 11. I know we had to have it through grade 10. And I did it in grade 12 because I loved grade history. 11 was world history. Yeah. Yep, that's right. Back to Gran Turismo, my favorite gameplay. Sports I really enjoy online. It. Oh, okay. Yeah, no. I sometimes do that online, but do well, but not fantastic.
I'm American, and I've learned more about history of civil rights in the past 2 months because of what's going on than I did in grade 12.
That's the weird thing. They talk a lot about people. People need to learn their history. Well, they're learning it now.
Yeah, oh yeah.
There's a lot of people learning it now that may not have learned it otherwise. So yeah, I'm a pretty good racer. I'm not sure if you noticed that or not, but pretty awesome.
Blacks were freed in 1865. Then everything in their lives was hunky-dory until the 1960s.
Yeah.
At least that's what we were taught in school.
And then that fixed everything. You know when they were slaves, after the 1960s were done, everything was better.
We're really nice to them, and they were like part of their family.
Yeah, everything was just better after that.
Homes and food. They were really nice.
I always think of the Sammy Davis confrontation with Archie Bunker. Archie's like, I never thought that did you guys any good. You guys were over in your black countries and we were in our white countries. And Sammy's answer, well, somebody must have told you where we were because somebody came over and got us. I mean, free room and board, chains. No, you're talking about slavery there, Sammy. I don't think that did anything good for you guys at all. Oh, okay. Thanks.
Please play Burnout. What's that?
I don't have Burnout. It's a racing game, too.
Oh. Why are you not watching baseball? Because it's baseball.
The answer's in the question, I think.
Yeah.
Because it's the Yankees and the Nationals. And I was like,
For our school, you just have to take grade 12 socials class, but a lot of people take it while they're in grade 11.
See, socials splits off.
See, that's what I'm thinking that I did. I don't think I had to do it in grade 12. Grade 12, I had most of my requirements done. There was
that's supposed to get the engine, and I can't control that. That's what it does. And then it's nighttime one again. This one's the bane of my existence. Really is. This course at night, it's in so many different levels, and it's such a pain. Hopefully it's not a pain in this one too. Because there's vintage car races, but in order to win the vintage car race, I have to have a Lamborghini Countach from 1974. It costs 1.8 million credits. I have tried with various cars, and I can't win it unless I get that car.
Wait. Who's your favorite MLB team?
Padres. San Diego Padres. The team that never wins anything, because that's my favorite team.
How do you feel about the old Friar logo the Padres used to have?
I thought it was fun. I'm honestly, I would love to have a hat with that on it. That was actually really cool. I think the Padres have kind of a cool branding. I do enjoy the Padres. I think one of the reasons I liked that team was because it was such a unique look, and the colors were unique too. The brown. I know my wife's not a big fan of the brown, but
nope.
I thought it was fun when I was a kid.
Does Vancouver miss the Grizzlies?
No, I wouldn't say the city misses the Grizzlies. I mean, there are definitely Grizzlies fans that were upset when the team left the city, but it was such a mismanaged team. It was kind of a disaster.
Who should be the captain of the Golden Knights?
I'm gonna go with it'll probably be Stone. I would love to see it be Carlson or Carlson would be my pick, but I think it's going to be Stone. I think based on his contract, I think it'll be Stone.
Since we have a color named Shadow, are we going to get colors named Bear, Pixel, and Lilybell? What do you think about that, Kitty?
Lilybell's would be a picture of anger. Lilybell's would be some kind of a red color, I would think.
That is such a squeaky UPS truck. It is always really squeaky. He needs to get his brakes checked.
Is it here?
No. Our neighbor across the street, they get a lot of parcels too.
Yeah, they do.
But they get way more parcels that are delivered by UPS. We don't get very many delivered by UPS.
No. I know I got a bunch of packages on the way. It's just none of them are here yet. And a lot of them are waiting to go through customs, so it could be a while.
Which play-in rounds are you most excited for?
Rangers in Carolina, because I don't have a dog in that fight. Out west, Winnipeg and Calgary for much the same reason. I think that's just going to be a great series.
I'm excited for that one. That'll be a fun game.
Yes. Yes, that's going to be a lot of fun to watch.
Mm-hmm. What did the cats do today?
You guys watched. You guys saw it. Sit around, sleep, lick themselves. Why don't I get a life like that? Just,
Why didn't Arizona veto the move to the Central like Detroit did?
They got outvoted. Basically, it was between Vegas and Arizona, and Vegas said, well, we're not moving. And then NHL went, all right, so Vegas isn't moving. And Arizona just doesn't have the same kind of sway with the NHL that Vegas does. I think the NHL realizes, they
couldn't move Vegas just because I think they have more of a rivalry with the California teams.
Well, and so it's just, I think
they'd be missing out.
I think they're realistic that Arizona long term they don't know if they're going to stay in Arizona, and if long term they don't, odds are they'll move to a central location like Houston or Kansas City. So, as much as it sucks if you're an Arizona fan, I think this was a situation where Vegas was not going to get moved out.
Who would you like to see be the goalies in Seattle? Your first choice, obviously. We don't know the roster situation.
If Markstrom can't stay in Vancouver, I think it'd be great if he ended up in Seattle, to be honest. And then, one of the two Pittsburgh goalies, if one of them's available, whether it's Murray or Jarry. And again, it's if they're available.
We need a video of Shannon modeling all the NHL tanks.
I don't think that's going to happen. I wore the Anaheim one today, though.
He did.
I did. Yeah. I wore the Anaheim one. I like the Anaheim one a lot.
Cool tanks you got. Yeah, they're actually pretty nice. I'm not a fan of tank tops. But they're not bad. The material's kind of cool. It's not cotton. It's like a polyester. So it's really drapey. Yeah, the sizing's kind of weird though. So
the sizing is bizarre. So if you get one, the difference between the medium and the large is length. There is no difference in width.
Like I put a medium on top of a large, and they are exactly the same width.
Yeah.
Just the large is
just the length
longer.
That's it. So if you're taller, get a large.
Yeah, but they're no difference in width at all. Exactly the same. Because Shannon put on a large and it was weird that it fit him because usually a large of anything is really big on him. So I laid one on top of the other. So yeah, make sure you check the measurements. Should Flyers fans be worried if Carter Hart misses playoffs with back spasms? Can they win with Brian Elliott?
No, I don't see them going very far if Hart's not in net. I mean, we saw last year with Elliott. He's not a reliable playoff goalie, so that would be a huge blow to them if Carter Hart doesn't play.
Shadow's leg sticking straight up while bathing himself was hilarious.
He does that. There's no shame with the
Dignity.
cats. There's no dignity. That's not a thing.
Do either of you have many thoughts on the room?
I love the room. The room's fantastic. Yvonne's like, oh good, we need to hear about the room again.
That movie
but yeah,
is
I
so
enjoy that
weird.
movie.
And
it's a
what's
great
his
movie.
face? What's the guy's name? What's his name?
He's fantastic.
No, he's
Plays
not.
Johnny.
I don't know that he's ever like met a woman.
Sure he
let
has.
alone done anything beyond that.
Lisa is such a really well thought out character.
No.
She is.
I don't know.
You have these feelings of emotions and feelings
I don't know that
with
he
Lisa.
has emotions.
And it's tearing him apart.
It's so weird. Really, really weird.
You know, no, it's not weird. You just don't understand the intricate details of being Johnny. That's the problem.
Release the Kraken merchandise. I need that jersey in my life.
Yeah, sadly they don't have the jersey, and all they've got is kind of sad stuff. Yeah, so I did order something.
They don't have anything with their logo on it yet.
But all I ordered was just a puck. I was like, well, I'll order a puck.
I'm hoping it won't be too long. Cause
it shouldn't be.
If they're smart about it. But if they're doing like the fundraiser thing, maybe that's why they just have the initial stuff right now.
It reminds me of when the Minnesota Wild first debuted their logo and their name. They didn't have that logo, that head. They just had the word Wild, the word mark. So we were all kind of left going, so is this it? This is what their logo is going to be? That's why I got a bunch of stuff that's just the word mark. Because that was from their first year. That's why I've never got rid of it, because I know it's kind of a collector's item for that reason.
Right.
But they didn't have a logo either when they started out. Not on their merch, anyways.
Why is it taking so long for Washington to choose a new name?
Because they started late. I don't think they anticipated needing to create a new name. So
they should have anticipated
it. They should have, but morons. This is Washington.
Had a long time to figure this out.
This is Washington. Dan Snyder's not the smartest owner, not the most competent owner.
It's silly. They should have been thinking about this, for the past couple of years. It's not like this surprised them that, we can't use that name anymore. Oh. It's silly. Bench clears calendar with Shannon, and each month have all the funds go to charity.
I'm thinking that's not going to happen. As much as Yvonne loves that idea, it's not going to happen.
Not that Shannon would ever want to show that to anybody else.
No.
Those boudoir pictures, yep, Shannon would do great with that.
That's never going to happen.
Be awesome.
That'll never be a thing.
Be great.
This car is not fast enough.
Can we hear Shannon's best? I did not hit her. Oh, hi, Mark.